Good afternoon, family. It's me once again, Comrade Amiola Temitopega. I am here to speak about insecurity and explain to people what I understand about the current ongoing insecurity activities in Nigeria as a case study. But to my knowledge and my understanding capacity, I have details that makes me come to the conclusion that this is not just an attack to Nigeria as a nation alone or as the farmers, like some people assume, that it's a farmers and herders fight. And this is not a farmers and herders fight anymore. And it's a total Fulanization plan that has been well studied and well structured, that has been on for some times now. This is not about, it's not about anything. It's an Usman Danfodio project that has been on before majority of us were born. But because we don't read and because we don't have knowledge of our history, we've been deprived some good informations and some facts that I will be kind of exposing today in our videos in this live section. And what I'm trying to say is that it's a West African plan. It's a West Africa attack. The attack is from the jihadist Islamists, because I will tell people it's a general attack, and this is not a research that is based on Google alone. It's a physical reasoning and physical surfacing research-based information. And people who travel along West Africa, people who travel or who do business within West Africa will testify to what I'm saying. What I'm saying in essence is, in 2001, when first attack happened in Mali, jihadist group of people made an attack to the northern village of Mali. There we know, as West African people, that Malians are indigenous people of Mali, and they are Islamic conscious. They follow the trail of Islam teachings, and we have no problem with any religion, but we are just pointing out to the foundation of the problem that we have in Nigeria today, that this problem actually does not start from us. It starts from where it starts from. And because we have refused to be brothers, because we have refused to love each other, instead of we fighting the upcoming event, we were busy fighting each other, saying we are not brothers. And now it is knocking on Nigeria's door, and it's going to be a war if we are not careful. If the way we are going to respond to criticism and to people's opinion is by putting them in jail, isolating them from physical people and physical life, and trying to destroy people with minds and structure to speak, like banning Twitter. But let not decipher from our point today. Why I'm saying this is a plan is, when they strike in Mali, they started from the northern region where the gold is. They distract mining in Mali. They took over the lands. They build their armies, and they move away from Mali. They moved to Cote d'Ivoire. They took away the president. They took away the indigenous people from the north of Cote d'Ivoire. And today, Cote d'Ivoire never still remained the same, because the issue is still there today. They moved from Cote d'Ivoire. They started operating in Burkina Faso. And in Burkina Faso, when they get to Burkina Faso, They gain ground in the northern part of Burkina Faso. Like you see the hardest massacre that happened in Burkina Faso yesterday evening. The similar thing happened in Nigeria or your state yesterday midnight. It is similar. The tactics are similar. The production and the involvement of the scenario is similar. So what we are telling Nigerian government is they should stop beating the ethnicity war drum that face our problem. That is not our major problem. Our major problem are the Islamic terrorists that is in our desert. And our government is refusing to take that fact that these are organized terrorists. Organized terrorist group that has nothing to do with northern Nigerian supremacy, oligarchy that the government is trying to defend. They have nothing to do with that. They want to come for the whole of the country. They want to take over the land. They want to drill out as much as more resources that we have on that land. They're going to take it away from us. And what we need to understand again is, yesterday, while they were operating in Burkina Faso, the Burkina Faso eastern region was also having an attack where 30 people died. And this eastern border is closer to Cote d'Ivoire, is closer to Ghana. And that is a signal that other relaxing countries in West Africa, that they believe that Nigeria is sleeping on a thinking bomb, not knowing literally that the whole of West African desert have been occupied by these Islamist terrorists. This is not a table fact. This is a researched fact. And to last arrest of the French journalist guy who used to claim to be a journalist but later is a ham dealer. Who is it dealing hams for? To what government is it dealing hams for? What is it doing in our region? And why is it West Africa? This is all what we must understand. In the Sahel province of Burkina Faso, for like 4, 5 years, 8, 6 years down the line, it's been trauma. It's been from one insurgency to another. And it's the same story with Nigeria. It's just because we find it difficult to interlink our stories to how it happens and how it is going on and how we get to where we are today. We don't interlink them. You don't get information from Gabon, you don't get information from Sierra Leone, you don't get information from Ghana, you don't get information from your neighboring country. The informations are filtered. Like what you want, they want you to hear, it is what you're going to hear. And because you don't really research as well, you don't also want to know what is happening to your brothers next country. It is no country that is okay in West Africa. So to those my agitating brothers that want Oduduwa Nation, yes, Oduduwa Nation, or what it has been there from the origination of Nigeria. The Biafra agitation has been there from the origination of Nigeria. So these are not things that we should be too concentrating about. What we should be concentrating about is the safety, the safety and the safeguarding of our livelihood. What I'm trying to say in essence is we should be concentrating more on building a community policing before this work gets started, before this thing gets closer to us. We've seen an example of where this thing happened. We've seen Mali, we've seen Egypt, we should ask ourselves, where did the army get into Egypt? Egypt don't used to be a army zone. Egypt used to be where people used to go and earn living and come back home rich. Then all of a sudden, Egypt was grounded. Why? Because of the resources there. And the resources in Egypt is just as the same as the resources we have in Nigeria. So I still don't know why people is not trying to pick one or two and put in to get into their laptops and find as much as information that they need to get, We need to start reading and need to get information from our neighboring country. In Ivory Coast border and the neighboring town, Kafolo province, in Ivory Coast, there was an attack closer to the border. And that's a signal to the border that, you know, when we are done with this village, we are coming next right there to you. So it is not that it is just a Nigerian government thing.